One of the things that we get to do here today is go out and honor somebody in society that has really shown themselves to be someone who promotes justice in the territory. Shannon Rankin, could you please come up and help us present our Justice Award?
This year, the Bar Association is presenting a new award called the Arthur A. Morrow Justice Award. Arthur Morrow was American Samoa's longest-serving Chief Justice. He sat on the bench from 1937 until 1966. His term created much of the jurisprudence that became the foundation for American Samoa's legal system. His commitment to the territory and the justice system forms the basis for this award. The award this year is presented to an individual or organization that has, through his or her actions, made significant improvements to the justice system and the rule of law in American Samoa. This may be demonstrated through improving access to the justice system, showing superior professional competence, demonstrating outstanding integrity, professionalism, and civility, expanding pro bono services to the territory, empowering the legal profession, and upholding the highest principles and traditions of the profession. The Bar Association solicited within the bar and outside the bar nominations for this award. And this year, at a meeting held in April, members of the bar met and discussed the various candidates and chose as the first recipient of the award, Miss Ipu Lefiti. And I'll have her come down here, and then I will say a few words about her background. Now, many of you may know Miss Lefiti, having seen her in her many activities in the territory. But I'll just say a few words about her background for those of you who may not know her very well or who may not know much about her. Miss Lefiti has been instrumental in American Samoa in organizing family violence diversity training, cultural sensitivity awareness programs, and communication seminars. She champions the victims of child abuse, domestic violence, and sexual assault through editorial writings, public speaking, and through Court Watch. She has been a strong activist of promoting awareness through church and community partnerships. She is a strong community leader and is active in a number of organizations that seek to promote justice for the people in American Samoa. She serves as the vice chair for the Multidisciplinary Task Force Against Family Violence. She was one of the founders and then the executive director of the American Samoa Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Violence. She was the co-founder of American Samoa's Task Force on Faces of Abuse. She is the secretary for the Women in New Dimension program, which is a domestic violence transitional facility. She serves as the secretary on the governing board of the Boys and Girls Club of American Samoa, and she is a member of the First Lady Ta'aitayatama Executive Board on Prevention of Underage Drinking. She is a graduate of Samoana High School and served in the United States military until 1994. She is now retired from her job as a surgical technician at the LBJ ER, but she continues to work there part-time to assist LBJ with their staff shortage. She is the third child of Vailu'u Vailautusi Avengalio from Leone and Emma Ta'omalatai Lau'olefiso from Apia. She's married to Taupo Kaluse Lefiti from Manua and has two sons who live in America. Two sons, Vainupu Pelekina and Louis Edward, both following in her footsteps by serving in the United States Army. As you can see, she is a strong advocate for justice in the territory and devoutly committed to assisting the people of American Samoa. The Bar Association is very pleased then to present this year's first annual Justice Award to Ipu Lefiti. Thank you. We have a plaque in her honor. Congratulations. Do you want to say anything? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to step back.
Members of the Bar Association, family and friends. When I was first informed of this award, I want you to know that I felt a stab of fear, followed by the most profound sense of unworthiness. Looking at this award and speaking to all of my colleagues who are out in the trenches, doing their part in the community to bring justice. This is proof how valuable your work is, and it places honor upon all the risks that you take as an advocate. I am so moved with this, totally unexpected. I don't know how to thank you. But I would like to say out there, for all the victims and survivors of domestic violence, child abuse, or sexual assault, there is hope out there, and there is life after violence. As an advocate here in American Samoa for the past 10 years, the hardest thing to do was to speak the truth. Why was it hard to speak the truth? Because the offenders whose behaviors that we are advocating against are our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, fathers, uncles, grandfathers. How do you speak against them? This island is so small, we are all related one way or the other. But my biggest thanks goes to the God that gave me the courage and the boldness to speak out against these crimes. The God that stood with me and walked me through all of the fearful things that I was threatened with. Against isolation, anger. It was everyone who speaks for justice knows what it feels like to make that stand. I want to thank my Auntie Vea and my family members and friends who never had any doubt on my role as an advocate. They were afraid for my safety, but they never doubted my work. To the women in New Dimension, the Wind, it was through years of prayer that came the confirmation of my role in society, and that was to speak out for the weak, the rejected, and the abused. To the non-government and government organizations and law enforcement, thank you so much for supporting me. And at the same time, I want to thank my spiritual mentors who stood by me when the church would not listen, when the church denied that child abuse, domestic violence, and sexual assault was happening among their flocks. And these three people for the past 10 years was Tine Akapo, Reverend Elder Masao Salo, and the late Reverend Elder Fauolo. They were the ones who gave me this courage to speak out against what the church was concealing. And as of today, the church has opened their doors. They are taking on the torch of speaking out. I thank you all again for this wonderful and magnificent award. And I want you to know that you have certainly placed a burden on my shoulders, because now I have to live up to this. And hopefully that everyone that knows of this award will know that your works are valuable. Thank you very much.